Happy Monday, Wealth Our Way family. What is going on? It's your man, Charles Tank Harris, live and direct from Valdosta, Georgia. So I'm keeping my head on the swivel because they're not happy down here about the way the election turned out. And I got to make sure I stay safe. But, I got the wild truck right over there in the parking lot. Y'all know how I roll because I'm from Philly. So it's all going to go down the proper way if they should come across me incorrectly. But with all that being said, welcome to a nice Monday in sunny Valdosta, Georgia. I'm your man, Charles Tank Harris, the founder, chief visionary officer of the financial literacy platform, Wealth Our Way, where our motto is, wealth is not only for the wealthy. It is Monday, March 22nd. I'm en route to Tampa, Florida. I got some business down there to take care of. And I just want to, hope that you guys had the greatest weekend. I want to thank those of you who are live and direct in the studio audience, the family who's always here. And then, of course, my special Wealth Our Way family that watches us overnight, over the weekend, pre-recorded wherever they can get their 15 minutes of financial fix. Now I'm outside. I'm at a restaurant. I'm having lunch. I just had a salad waiting for my steak. I'm doing this keto. I got the lawn people out here cutting the lawn. I got the music playing over my back shoulder. I don't know how much feedback you guys are getting or not getting, but, put it in the comments if you're having any trouble hearing me. I'm going to speak loudly so that, if there's any problems, I can keep overcoming them. So with that being said, how did this weekend go? Tell me, how did this weekend go? How was the financial fast for days 4 and 5 without the daily prodding from your man, Big Tank? I'm going to tell you personally, I drove from New Jersey to Georgia, and the reality was that I packed my lunch. I didn't spend any money eating out. I wanted to go to Dunkin' Donuts, get a black coffee. I'm not going to lie. I didn't do it. I kept myself in a position where, I got to tell the truth. I picked my daughter up for breakfast this morning, and we had less time than I thought we were going to have, so I took her to McDonald's. Shame on me. I got her a hash brown and a chicken biscuit because she loves chicken biscuits. So I did dine out technically. I didn't dine out, but she did. And now I am eating Outback. But here's the good thing about this, and this is why I want to always let you guys know that I'm in this with you. I got a $50 gift card for Christmas from Outback. So I'm spending money I already had that's allocated to Outback, and that's why I'm at Outback. And I'm trying to blow this whole 50, but I don't know what they do when you don't spend your whole gift card if you get it back with less on it. But I'm trying to blow the whole 50 on some keto-friendly Outback lunch. With that being said, we are rolling into day 6. The financial fast is about to turn the corner. We're in week 2 of the 2.5-week financial fast, and we're going to just get right to it with the screen share and show you guys what's in store for today. How we do this? Okay. Day 6, the first day of week 2. What do I want you guys to do? What do you have to commit to? It's all about the future today. As I've told you guys in the past, we are a financial planning firm. That keyword, planning. We want to put into action a plan that we are designing that will get us to the destination that we are choosing. I used the analogy before about an architect building a building. You have a blueprint. You design a skyscraper. If you design a skyscraper, it is a very, very strong possibility that when you're done, you're going to be looking at a skyscraper. It would be quite odd to end up looking at a boat when you had a blueprint for a skyscraper. So what I want you guys to know is that when you make a plan and you follow your plan, you can modify your plan. You can adapt your plan to what's going on. But the reality is that the plan is going to lead you to your chosen destination. And right now, I want us to focus in day 6 on our retirement. Why do we do what we do? Why do we work? Why are we saving money? Why are we watching expenses? We're doing it because there's going to come a day where we're not going to work the same way we work today. And I've said this many times throughout my financial planning career. Retirement means different things to different people. There are people who never want to, go to any type of job or work again. There are people who want to start their own business in retirement. There are people who want to keep working the same way they did pre-67. And then there are people like me who want to do a little bit of both. I told you my overall retirement plan is to add a week of vacation each year that I continue to live. As a result, I'll get into my retirement years and I'll have like half the year where I'm scheduled to be in the office or working, and half the year where I'm able to travel and play golf and do various things. So retirement means different things to different people. We're making a commitment on every day of the financial fast. So today's commitment is to fund a retirement account. Now, I hear some of you out there saying, Big Tank, we've been listening to you for a while. We already have retirement accounts funded. That is perfect. If you have a work-sponsored retirement plan, open an additional one as an IRA. If you have a work-sponsored plan and an IRA already, open a taxable brokerage account or one of these Robinhood accounts that everybody seems to be so fond of these days. I want you to commit to that same concept that we've talked about in the ebook and on Wealth Our Ways platforms all throughout our origin, which is to pay yourself first. I'll let you in on a little secret. There is no such thing as putting away too much money. I'm going to say it again. There is no such thing as putting away too much money. So if you are maxing your 401k at work, you're fully funding your IRA, then go into a taxable account. I am a big fan of minimizing taxes. Anybody who knows me knows I'm anti-tax. I told you guys I'm moving to Puerto Rico so I can pay as little tax as possible. The reality is, though, you can have a taxable account and still minimize your taxes if you know what you're doing. There's all types of things. Can you guys hear me better now? Brother Joe said I went out. So with that being said, you can manage your taxable investment portfolio in such a way that you still pay minimal taxes. And what I want you guys to do is start making a commitment to a fully rounded retirement account. So here's the deal. You need to take action today on one physical activity. Go to the Social Security website. It's a great exercise, actually. For some people, it's a wake-up call. For other people, it's very reassuring. You can go to ssa.gov. It'll take you about 5 to 7 minutes to set up a profile if you don't already have one. And they will literally show you all the money that you have been taxed on for Social Security benefits and where your benefit is projected to be right now. So you'll see your monthly benefit should you take the benefit at age 62, at age 67, or if you delay it to the maximum age that you can take your benefit at, which is age 70. And then there's all types of strategies that you can use when it comes to doing your Social Security. You can file and suspend. You can actually have it so that you can have, if you're married, one spouse taking their benefit, someone else delaying their benefit. Social Security plays such a vital part in our retirement. I'm going to use the word unfortunately, but it's a subjective thing. Unfortunately, a large part of American society depends on Social Security as either their sole or their primary funding for their retirement. I'm going to say that again. A vast majority of Americans depend on Social Security as their sole or overwhelming preponderance of their retirement funding. Now, we've had so many people who think that Social Security is going to go away. I personally don't believe that at all. You talk about a revolt, take away beer and Social Security, and this country's going to go off. Nobody is taking away Social Security. What's going to happen is that they're going to start delaying further and further. When I was young, the Social Security age was 65. Now it's 67. I wouldn't be shocked if it goes to 70 one day. They're going to increase the amount of percent that you have to pay in Social Security tax. One day, and I'm sure this will happen, they're going to take or raise the limit on what portion of your earnings are taxed for Social Security. Right now, I think the first $150,000, I always tell you guys, I never keep track of an actual number because I can go to Google for so much stuff. You guys can Google what number in your salary is $137,000, $150,000 that you get taxed for Social Security. Once you make over that, they don't take any Social Security out your check anymore. I always love it when I used to work in an office and I would see Social Security come out my check around like July or August. It would stop coming out because I would cross that 100 and some number, and it was always dope to get a bigger check toward the end of the year. Now that I work for myself, I got to pay self-employment tax, and it doesn't matter what number I get to, I'm still paying it. But it goes into my Social Security account. So by all means, go to ssa.gov. It's right there on the screen, and it will be available for you guys on the WOW page at the WOW store, and check what your Social Security benefit is. Now, I want you guys to answer this question. At what age will I retire? I want you to start giving it thought. I don't care if you are 61, 50 like Big Tank, or 27 and fresh out of school, 23, fresh out of school, 31, just starting a family, whatever age you are. What age will I retire? Answering this question will allow you to do what we always preach. Begin with the end in mind. Like I tell you, I've told you guys before, and I tell my clients that I sit in a one-on-one environment with, I can do anything financially with the certain variables. The variables of how much money we're putting away, what level of return you're willing to seek, how much risk you're willing to take, how much time we have until we need the money. Those three variables are what I use to tell you how much money you're going to have at the end of the road. I can tweak any number in those variables by you changing one of your inputs or your final demand. So if you know you want to retire at 67 and you know you're going to want $20,000 a month of income, I use big numbers because I'm dreaming for abundance for everybody in the Wealth Our Way audience. You want to have $20,000 a month of income. Your Social Security benefit's going to give you $4,000 of it. Now you need $16,000 a month. We can make a formula to show you, based on this much money going in, this much return being earned, what you'll get to, so that we can take around 3% a year off of that number and tell you what that number is. If it's not big enough, we have some work to do. Do we delay when we retire? Do we put more money away? Do we take more risk? Or do we come down on our expectation of what we're going to have in retirement? See, the math of it is not that difficult. People hate math, but I love math. The math is always easy. It's human nature that's difficult. It's, hey, I don't want to be working in retirement, or I don't want to have to cut my expenses in retirement, or I don't want to work till I'm 70, or I can't afford to put away this much money. But the reality is that you control what your future looks like. So day 6, as we turn into week 2, I want to review what we're going to do. We're going to commit to funding a retirement account. If we have an existing retirement account, we're going to stack daddy that thing. We're going to get a new retirement account, and we're going to add. We're going to visit ssa.gov, and we're going to check what our Social Security anticipated payout is. And then we need to answer the question for ourselves: at what age will I retire? So with that being said, we're at minute 13. I love all you guys for being here. I see my people, the normal, usual suspects are in the building. And, you know, I get a lot of flack from my COO about, you know, personalizing the broadcast by shouting people out. But now that I'm at the end, I'm going to shout everybody out that I love. Yeah, you know, I love all you cats. Melissa, you always support. Thank you, babe. Sis, Tasha, I appreciate you. Sister Lindsay's in the building. Oh, my God. Yo, Lindsay, they don't know. I don't know why they would call you when they know it's 12:30 Eastern and you are dedicated to, you are a Wealth Our Way family member, and you know it's 15 minutes of finance. And then my OG, brother Joe Greenwood, Temple Football, my big bro, I appreciate you guys. So with all that being said, I'm signing off from Valdosta, Georgia. I'm going to stay safe. I'm going to keep my head on the swivel. Any Confederate flags, I'm going to wrap myself in the North Philly flag of freedom, and I'm not going to let it go down any other way than that. But I want you guys to come back tomorrow. I'll be live in Tampa, probably poolside chilling because my appointments are in the evening, and we'll have a good time, and we'll do day 7 of the fast. So I thank you guys. I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. And remember, wealth is not only for the wealthy. Take care.